Well, we are back from our first demon-slaying jaunt. But before we can go on another one, there is a matter that must be attended to.
The monumental will explain the nexus to thee.
More importantly, though, the monumental will unlock the other 4 archstones for us, so that we can continue on. Monumental is, of course, at the top of the nexus, and one thing you'll see often as you ascend is messages telling you to kill yourself. And that is because disposing of your human body by suiciding in the nexus is a popular way that people get around the world tendency mechanic. If you die in body form while you're in one of the levels, the world tendency of that level goes down. And as it goes down, the enemies get harder to kill, have more health, more attack, but they are worth more souls. But your max HP lowers even further in soul form, and it's just generally not something you want to mess with unless you know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing, so I'll be manipulating it a couple times later. For now, though, let us do what we are here to do, and speak with the monumental, who's conveniently next to the only lit candle.
We have long awaited you, Slayer of Demons. I am one of the monumentals. We preserve the fabric of reality. There is something thou needest to know. Once, we too, a scourge of demons faced. Now it is your turn. You must lull the old one back to its slumber, and seal it away for all eternity. If not, the deep fog will absorb all that we know. Have you the strength to accept this mission? Yes, we are fortunate indeed to have you. Now, go forth and destroy every last demon. The old one, without demons to feed its souls, will a new servant seek and lure you to its
And so we
bosom.
have our marching orders. Kill everything. Can do. Alright, so in addition to having the other archstones unlocked, we can also seek soul power with the Maiden in Black. That is to say, level up. The main stats that I want to level up in this game are going to be Intelligence, Magic, and Faith. Intelligence increases your maximum MP and the number of spells you can remember. Faith and Magic increase the power of miracles and magic. And Faith also boosts your magic defense and the number of miracles that you can use. Oh, the Maiden also gave us the blue and white eye stones. That's so that you can help out other players as a phantom or go back to your own world.
Let these ownless souls become thine own. Soul of the mind.
So, what I need right now, since it's early on in the game, is a little more endurance and a little more vitality, just to give myself some staying power and the ability to at least get a 4-swing sword combo in. But after that, I might take a couple points of dexterity to increase the range of equipment I can use, and I might take some amount of strength for the same reason, to increase the spread of equipment I can use, but not too much. It'll mostly be intelligence, magic, and faith, since those are what will eventually win us the game. I should probably have taken some intelligence. Oh well, too late. There are things to be done.
Art thou done? May thine strength help the world be mended.
The first thing to be done is to get some stuff that I forgot last time. That includes the Thieves' Ring, which is down there on that platform. It also includes the Ring of Herculean Strength from Stockpile Thomas, that I kept starting to mention previously, but I never got around to it. The Jade Hair Ornament that we got in the first stage is given to Thomas to get the Ring of Herculean Strength, and that increases your overall item burden. The Thief's Ring makes you basically invisible as long as you're a certain distance away and you aren't using any auras. It's incredibly helpful to stop you from getting ganged up on, so you can take things basically one enemy at a time. Very helpful if you're playing with magic or you're otherwise a weaker character. Alright, time to get this show on the road in the Tower of Latria. Tower is very creepy. It's also very, very dark. And sometimes you'll hear a little bell chiming in the distance. And you don't really want to meet the thing that rings the bell, because you know bad things are going to happen when you do. You can see it in the distance. It's pretty clear you just don't want to meet it ever. This place also has about the same number of locked doors as your average Zelda dungeon. And it's just about as straightforward as them as well. The tower is split up into 3 main areas. The cell blocks, which are 4 stories tall. The church, which is the last area of the game where we're going to fight the boss. And there's a sort of intermediate area. That's where you find the Warden's Hall. And, well, you'll see what else we find. The cell blocks are easily the most boring part, but they're also the creepiest, I think. You see all these guys just in their cells screaming and putting their arms out, trying to shank you. It's just... It makes me kind of glad that they're in there. But it also makes me want to open the door, slay them all, and see if I can find any treasure. And that guy that we see in the distance is the one ringing those bells and being all creepy. He is not a nice fellow. You don't want to get near him. Alas, we must. We also need to find a key, because these locked doors are killing me. I hate locked doors. There he is. Now, we've got the Thieves' Ring equipped, so he's going to have a hard time seeing us, and that gives us the chance to get the jump on him with Soul Arrow. You do not want to get hit by that. That green bolt is a paralytic blast. It'll hold you in place long enough for the Mind Flare. Those are Mind Flares. Long enough for it to get over to you and basically auto-kill you. Remember how, well, if you played Dark Souls, you know how some enemies have a hug move that also kills you, like the shrubberies? These guys have kind of the same thing, except they put tentacles into your face and eat your brain. It's very gross and also bad. And it's not even their only offensive maneuver. They can do other things too, like fire Soul Rays, which is the upgraded Soul Arrow, and some other stuff as well. But hey, now that we have the key, we can start looting. Probably going to cut most of this out because there's a whole lot of nothing. Alright, so I lied. I didn't exactly cut it out, but there wasn't a whole lot of import there. There is over here, though. There's treasure to be had. Mercury Stone adds a poisoning effect to your weapons. Poison is... it's actually really good and if you can successfully poison somebody without them noticing you, there's a good chance that they'll just stand there and die from it and not even figure it out. But with the rapier, that's a lot less likely. You basically have to do a hit-and-run job, where you stab an enemy somehow enough to get the poison on them, and then escape them. You're not, for example, going to get that done against a Mind Flayer. In fact, you're generally not going to get close to them at all, because they have a close-range shockwave attack that does massive damage. And I believe it knocks you over as well. But the better thing to do is to just not get hit with it, so we never have to find out. More Mercury Stone. Excellent. There's also a pre-made Mercury Rapier here, that I'm going to use that to upgrade. Wait, what? Oh, you got me, internet message. You got me. I should upvote that, but I'm not gonna. The sneak attack thing is pretty important because there is, there's this guy here, who I believe can backstab you if you're not being careful. Or maybe, if not backstab you, just plow into you and make you take damage. It's kind of weird. I don't understand how exactly these guys do much damage. Like maybe their nails are really overgrown and they just kind of stab you with them. But I don't really see them having any weapons. Certainly don't drop any weapons, just a bunch of flowers and grass. Every once in a while, a rock. Silver Coronet was the starting headgear. That increases our MP. There's another Mind Flayer right there. I'll take care of him first. It's a good thing you can just sidestep out of the way of that bolt. So slow travel. Aha! There's the key that we need, right on the wall. I'll get to it after I'm done destroying property. Another shard of Mercury Stone. That's good for... Actually, I think I might need one more for an upgrade. Okay, and that'll do it for this side. Now we gotta go back to start. The key we picked up opens up this door over here, which will allow us to continue on to the 4th floor. To note that on screen for me, when playing, this place is actually almost pitch black. So when you see me looking around, like with the camera pointed at the ground, trying to get the glow from my Augury of Guidance to cast a light across the ground, it's because there's a lot of holes in here, And I know there are a lot of holes in here, and I don't want to follow them, but I can't see shit because I didn't turn up the brightness on my TV. There's not a whole lot worse than just running straight off a cliff for no good reason. That's what I learned from racing Donkey Kong Country and playing all those Mega Man races. Greatest enemy in video games is just walking straight off a cliff for no reason. I'm really good at it. I should probably just leave these guys alone, you know? There will be a key, and it will unlock that door. The door to their demise. Alright, onwards and upwards. Or downwards, as the case may be, as this is the top floor of the prison. And it's all downhill from here. I guess cute is one way of describing Cthulhu face. Not the word I would use. Lovecraftian comes to mind. Hideous. Straight to the point. Now that guy somehow managed to dodge a point-blank spell. But that's a learning experience. I'm gonna file that away and use it the next time somebody tries to fire a soul arrow at me. And I have plenty of advance warning, and I'm acting like a fool and decide to not try to dodge it in a conventional way, like rolling. Or, you know, anything else a sane person might do. Getting a magic-resistant shield, maybe? Maybe the large sword of moonlight. That blocks magic. Oh, you know what? I should probably get that. I'll get that at some point. But that's stuff for the future. No need to worry about it now. Right now, the only thing you need to worry about is these human bowling pins over here. I think it's a real missed opportunity that there's no way that you can throw an Indiana Jones bowler at these guys. It just seems fun, right? I mean, they let you do it in Kid Icarus Uprising. But I guess that was also a bit of a trap. Yeah. Well, and I guess we got to do it a little bit in the last stage, throwing all those boulders at all those dreglings. That was fun. Moving on. Here we connect back over to the other cell block. I'm not certain what they mean by a trap ahead. I guess it's in front of this thing. It's not exactly a trap, it's more of a treasure chest. That's pretty cool, by the way. I like that the Iron Maidens are treasure chests, because they hold corpses. Ah. Now that is some good armor. You get, actually, while the defense is lower than the Raggedy Robes, and you're trading in your plague resistance for poison resistance, I really like the black leather equipment, because it's so light. It lets you really load up. You can equip like 4 swords. Or, you know, 2 swords and a bunch of shields. Do whatever you want. Because you save a lot on your equip burden by using the black equipment. I like it a lot. I'm probably going to use it quite a bit. Alright, so, Mind Flayer there. I guess he can come in the cell. Can he come to this side? I don't know what Zai lets him do. So he doesn't let him get close enough to shoot me with that. Old Spice is the upgraded version of a Fresh Spice, which is the MP healing item. The Mind Flayers are very good for dropping those sorts of things, and you can also buy them here. Spices are a lot cheaper than you'd think they would be, and I was not paying close enough attention, and is very lucky that that was not fatal. Alright, well, in addition to being lucky that I didn't die, I also found this dagger on my way back in one of the cells. This is the secret dagger. It's not very strong, but it's a good parrying and backstab weapon, so, you know, I like parrying and backstab, so I'll use it for a while. Why not? There's the shockwave move. You know, I don't really know why he was using it. In fact, I don't even know if he could see me because of the thieves' ring. I was so far away. Maybe he thought I was right next to him and just decided to do whatever. The world may never know. And if you're interested in seeing what somebody who has the thieves' ring looks like, or rather doesn't look like, it's basically nothing. You don't see anything until you don't even see them at all. They're just not there until you get close enough. A lot of times, invading players will wear a thieves' ring, or use the cloak spell, which does something similar, to mask their presence. And there's also a miracle that does the same thing, but to Black Phantom players, so you can use I think it's called Hidden Soul. You use it to become basically invisible to Black Phantoms, as long as you don't have a glowing aura, like I do, with that blue glow, and as long as you don't take offensive action against them. I think there's also a certain distance that it's effective for. Probably not going to use it. I don't really see myself getting invaded that much. Of course, they could invade me right now if they wanted to, but this isn't a particularly popular spot. And the source of the mysterious singing is revealed.
You're an ordinary human, aren't you? Where do you call home? Dear me, I shouldn't pry. Oh, perhaps you'd like something from my collection. I've had better days. I was once the wife of royalty, and I have some nice things to show for it.
She is a shopkeeper, and sells some very cheap spice. Fresh spice for 200 is really good. The best you're going to get it for outside of here is 300 per. Moonlight Stone adds magic damage to weapons. Gives you about a C in magic, along with ease in strength and dexterity. I'm going to pick one up. Pick up a spice, and I think I'm going to cut the video for now.